Hello everyone. Welcome to all of you in FFB Live Chemistry class. सॉल्यूशन चैप्टर तुम लोगों का स्टार्ट किया है फॉर द डिटेल स्टडी और जिसमें हमने स्टार्ट किया था पिछले वीडियो में चीज़ें बताई थी इसमें कि हेनरी लॉ कंसंट्रेशन टर्म्स और कुछ एग्जाम्पल थे जिसको हमने दिखाया था तुम लोगों को और उनके बारे में बताया था। बाकी आज हम वेपर प्रेशर और राउल्ट्स लॉ पे मेनली डिस्कस करेंगे। उसके अलावा टाइप्स ऑफ सॉल्यूशन, इस तरह की चीज़ें आज का टॉपिक है उसमें हम लेने वाले हैं। तो आज पहले हम डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इस पे डिस्कस करेंगे। उसके बाद फिर हम राउल्ट्स लॉ उसका एंड एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ राउल्ट्स लॉ, ये सारी चीज़ें वन बाय वन हम डिस्कस करेंगे। तो पहले सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ लिक्विड इन लिक्विड्स, एग्जाम्पल समझ सकते हो क्या इसका होगा। सॉल्यूशंस ऑफ लिक्विड इन लिक्विड्स, जैसे कि अल्कोहल वाटर में डिसॉल्व किया जाए तो जो सॉल्यूशन होगा वो लिक्विड इन लिक्विड सॉल्यूशन। When two liquids are mixed, the mixture may be of following types. The two liquids do not mix but form two separate layers. These are termed as immiscible. Usually, a polar liquid is immiscible with a non-polar liquid. For example, water and benzene or water and methyl chloride, which are these are immiscible. अगर हम इसको थोड़ा बड़ा करें तो क्या होगा। Now, the two liquids may be partially miscible. This usually happens when intermolecular attraction of one liquid is different from intermolecular attraction of other liquid. For example, ether and water. The third type of mixture is solution is not known solution. This is mixture. The two liquids dissolve in each other in all proportions. These are said to be miscible. The two liquids having same nature usually form a miscible liquid mixture. For example, ethyl alcohol and water form a solution and both are polar in nature. Similarly, benzene and toluene mix together to form a homogeneous mixture as both are non-polar in nature. Like dissolves like provides a good qualitative means of predicting solubility. Now, cause of miscibility of liquids. The liquids which are chemically of the same nature dissolve in one another more freely as compared to others. For example, alkanes are immiscible. Alkanes are miscible in all proportions with one another, but are not miscible with water. Second reason is dipole-dipole interactions also may play an important role in forming homogeneous mixture. Molecular size of two liquids which mix to form a homogeneous mixture are also approximately the same when one liquid dissolves in another. The three things occurs. When one liquid dissolves in another, three things occurs. First, the molecules of the solvent liquid moves apart in order to accommodate the solute molecules. Heat is absorbed in this process. The second thing is the solute molecules must also be separated so they take position in the solution. Heat is also required in this process. Third, as the solute and solvent molecules are brought together, energy or heat is released. The overall dissolution process results either in evolution or absorption of heat or no heat change. Example, benzene, benzene and carbon tetrachloride. Dissolution of this, no evolution or absorption of heat takes place. Now, acetone and water, in this case, evolution of heat takes place. Ethyl alcohol and water, here absorption of heat. Now, solutions of solids in liquid. उससे पहले जो डिस्कस हुआ वो solutions of liquid in liquid था. Now, solutions of solids in liquid. This is the most common solutions. Solutions of these types are most common. In such solutions, solid is referred to as solute and liquid as solvent. If a solute is added in a small amount at a time to given amount of a solvent at a particular temperature with vigorous stirring of the solvent, after each addition, a stage is reached when the added solute no more disappears. That is means dissolved. That is means the stage is reached when the added solute no more disappears. That is remains undissolved. The solution is then said to be saturated. This point is take again. When a small amount of a solute is dissolved in an amount of solvent at a particular temperature with vigorous string of solvent, after each addition, a stage is reached when the added solute no more disappears. That is, remains undissolved. The solution is then said to be saturated. A solution which remains in contact with undissolved solute is termed as saturated. This is this definition of saturated solution. The amount of the solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent to form a saturated solution at a given temperature is termed the solubility. Each substance has characteristic solubility in a given solvent at a different temperature. The solubility of a solid in a liquid depends upon the following factors: nature of solute, nature of solvent, and temperature. The solutes are either ionic or non-ionic. The ionic solids consist of positive and negative ions which are held together by the force of attraction, that is lattice energy, which oppose the tendency of a solute to dissolve. The magnitude of the lattice energy is different for different ionic solutes. The ionic solutes having high lattice energy are less soluble, while those having low lattice energy have more solubility. The ions are solvated by the solvent molecule, and in this process, energy is released, which is known as hydration energy. When the hydration energy is high, the ionic solid is more soluble. Ionic solute dissolve freely in a solvent having a high dielectric constant. Dielectric constant of water is 80, while that of methyl alcohol is 33.5. And ionic solids therefore dissolve more readily in water than in methyl alcohol. Benzene has a very low dielectric constant of 2.3, and hence ionic solids do not dissolve in benzene. Many non-ionic substances dissolve in a pure solvent due to hydrogen bonding. Generally, for dissolution, the guiding principle is like, dissolve like. If the solvent is polar, it will dissolve in ionic solute or polar solute. And if it is non-polar, it will dissolve the non-polar solute in it. The solubility depends upon the heat of solution. If a substance dissolves with absorption of heat, the solubility increases with rise of temperature. On the other hand, if substance dissolves with the evolution of heat, The solubility decreases with rise of temperature. Now solid solution, यानी सॉलिड सॉल्वेंट भी होगा और सॉलिड सॉल्यूट भी होगा. इस तरह की सॉल्यूशन के बारे में यहाँ हम जानते हैं. सॉलिड solution. Solid solutions are homogeneous mixture of two or more solid components. There are several practical reasons for preparing solid solution. That is, when gold is used for jewelry, it is mixed or alloyed with a small amount of silver. Gold silver alloys are not only harder than pure gold, but they also melt at lower temperature and are therefore easier to cause. Solid solutions are of two types. First, substitutional solid solution. Solid elements, इसको शायद हम बड़ा करें तो substitutional solid solution. Solid elements which are quite similar in atomic size can mutually substitute one another in crystal lattice. This gives solid solution and smooth alloys. Several metal alloys fall in this category. For example, silver and copper form a solid solution as silver atoms can replace copper atom. इस तरह से ये सॉल्वेंट जो एक्सेस में होगा वो सॉल्वेंट कहलाएगा और जो कम होगा वो सॉल्यूट. तो ये सॉल्यूट यानी कि कॉपर या सिल्वर उसमें से हो सकता है और ये जो है तुम्हारा सॉल्वेंट दूसरा सॉलिड है. तो जैसे कि ये सिल्वर है, पूरा सिल्वर के एटम्स हैं, तो इनको कॉपर रिप्लेस करके यहाँ पे आ गया. तो इस तरह का सॉल्यूशन क्या कहलाता है? इसको कहते हैं सब्स्टिट्यूशनल सॉलिड सॉल्यूशन. यानी सॉल्वेंट भी सॉलिड है और सॉल्यूट भी सॉलिड है. इन द क्रिस्टल ऑफ कॉपर है सिमिलरली. दोनों ही पोजीशन में हो सकती है. जब कॉपर एक्सेस में होगा तब सिल्वर के एटम्स इस तरह से बीच में जगह पे प्लेस करके ले लेंगे, और जब सिल्वर एक्सेस में होगा तो कॉपर के मेटल इस तरह से कहीं कहीं रिप्लेसमेंट करके बीच में आ जाएंगे. कॉपर एटम्स कैन रिप्लेस सिल्वर एटम्स इन द क्रिस्टल ऑफ सिल्वर. तो दोनों पोजीशन पॉसिबल है. In a substitutional solid solution, chemical properties of the component animals are retained, but certain physical properties are improved. Second types of solid solution is interstitial solid solution. In this type of solid solution, smaller atoms are accommodated in the voids or interstices of the solid having bigger atoms. Transition elements have a very strong tendency to combine with atoms of relatively small size to form interstitial compounds, that is carbide and hydrides. Steel and cast iron are solid solution in which carbon atoms occupy interstitial sites. Like this is the solvent and this is the, जो बीच में गैप होता है जो मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ मेटल्स के, उसके बीच की जो जगह है ये वॉइड्स कहलाती है. तो इन वॉइड्स में सॉल्यूट के पार्टिकल आकर के फिट हो जाते हैं. तो इस तरह का क्या कहलाता है? सॉल्यूशन, इंटरस्टिशियल सॉलिड सॉल्यूशन. Here tungsten carbide is a very hard substance used for cutting and grinding. In this solid, tungsten atoms are arranged in face-centered cubic lattice and carbon atoms are surrounded octahedrally by 6 tungsten atoms. Now mixture of two liquids. When one liquid dissolves in another, the molecule of the solvent are caused to move apart so as to accommodate the solute molecules. Similarly, the solute molecules must also be separated so that they can take their place in the mixture. In both these processes, energy is required. Finally, as the solute and solvent molecules are brought together, energy is released because of the attractive forces between them. The solute and solvent molecules are strongly attracted to each other. More energy is released in the final step. Three causes may arise under these circumstances. The overall dissolution process results either in evolution of heat or absorption of heat, or energy released in the final step is the same as the absorbed in the first two, that is net change is zero. For example, benzene and carbon tetrachloride solution, no evolution or absorption of heat takes place. Acetone and water, evolution of heat takes place, and in dissolution of ethyl alcohol and water, absorption of heat takes place. A liquid may or may not be soluble in another liquid, depending upon the relative solubility of liquid in another. The following three cases are possible. First, liquid that are completely miscible, examples are benzene and toluene, ethyl alcohol and water, carbon tetrachloride and benzene. Second, liquids that are partially miscible, examples ethyl, ether and water, phenol and water, and nicotylene and water. Third types of system, liquid that are partially immiscible. This is the miscible mixture. This is partially miscible, and this is a practically, not partially. This is a practically immiscible. Examples are benzene and water, carbon tetrachloride and water, benzene and alcohol. Now, miscible liquids form three types of solution, which can be ideal or non-ideal solution. First, we see the ideal solution. An ideal solution is one in which the molecules attract one another with equal force of irrespective of their nature. Thus, a solution composed of two components, A and B, will be an ideal one if the force between A and B and B should be the same. The ideal solution possesses the following characteristics. No heat is evolved or absorbed in mixing the components. Second, total volume of the solution is equal to the sum of the volume of the two components. And third, Raoult's law is obeyed exactly at all concentrations and at all the temperatures. At all temperatures. The following are the sum of the binary mixture which show the properties of ideal solution. Benzene and toluene, carbon tetrachloride and silicon tetrachloride, solution of N-hexane and N-heptane, and solution of ethylene dibromide and ethylene dichloride. Now, non-ideal solution. This type of solution in which the properties of dissolved liquids are different from those liquids in the pure state and which are formed either by evolution of heat or absorption of heat are called non-ideal solutions. Generally, the volume decreases on mixing, but in some cases it increases. On mixing 100, for example, on mixing 100 ml of sulfuric acid with 100 ml of water, a large amount of heat is evolved. And the total volume of the solution is not 200 ml, but nearly 120 ml. तो 20 ml कहाँ गया? ये heat में convert हो गया. Now Raoult's law. अभी एक लाइन आई थी कि जो भी आइडियल सॉल्यूशन है वो कंप्लीटली ओबे करते हैं राउल्ट्स लॉ. अब हम आ जाते हैं राउल्ट्स लॉ पे. राउल्ट्स लॉ वेपर प्रेशर को लेकर के राउल्ट्स ने दिया है. वेपर प्रेशर जब किसी कंटेनर में वेपर और बंद कंटेनर है, वेपर में कन्वर्टेड होता रहता है ऑटोमेटिकली लिक्विड। वेपर जो सरफेस ऑफ वाटर है या सरफेस ऑफ सॉल्वेंट पे जो फोर्स, जो प्रेशर एग्जर्ट करती है, वो प्रेशर कहलाता है वेपर प्रेशर। कब? जबकि लिक्विड और वेपर फेस इन इक्विलिब्रियम होंगे। यानी जब एक लिक्विड किसी बंद जो पात्र है उसमें रखा हुआ है, तो जो उसमें वेपराइजेशन हो रहा है तो वेपर्स जा करके टकराती हैं उसकी वॉल से, बंद ढक्कन है या कैप है जो भी है, और उसकी वजह से वापस लौट के आते हैं सरफेस ऑफ द सॉल्वेंट के। तो यहाँ पे लिक्विड और वेपर के बीच में एक जब इक्विलिब्रियम एस्टैब्लिश हो जाता है तो उस दौरान जो प्रेशर एक्सर्ट होता है सरफेस पे, वो कहलाता है वेपर प्रेशर। Now, according to Raoult's law, the partial pressure of any volatile constituent of a solution at a constant temperature is equal to the vapor pressure of pure substituent multiplied by the mole fraction of heat constituent in the solution. This is the definition of Raoult's law. Let a mixture, that is solution, be prepared by mixing Na mole of the liquid A and Nb mole of liquid B. Let Pa and Pb be the partial pressure of two constituents A and B in solution, and Pa0 and Pb0 are vapor pressure in pure state respectively. Thus, according to Raoult's law, Pa is equal to, what is the Pa? Is the pressure of two constituents हमें निकालना है। Pa is equal to Na upon Na plus Nb into Pa0। जिस ये क्या है? मोल फ्रैक्शन है। तो मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ A इज इक्वल टू मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ A इंटू Pa0, यानी ये प्योर A का जो वेपर प्रेशर है वो है। Pb इज इक्वल टू मोल फ्रैक्शन Nb अपॉन Na प्लस Nb। तो ये मोल फ्रैक्शन जो कि कंसंट्रेशन टर्म्स बताते में देखा था तुम लोगों ने, इंटू Pb0। तो ये क्या है? मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ B इंटू Pb0 हो जाएगा। इफ द टोटल प्रेशर बी P, देन दोनों ऐड हो जाएगा, Pa प्लस Pb, दिस प्लस दिस। नाउ मोस्ट ऑफ द सॉल्यूशंस शो appreciable deviation and are called real or non-ideal solution. Most of the solutions show appreciable deviation and are called real or non-real solution. Non-ideal solutions have either positive or negative deviation. Such solutions may be thus divided into three types. Now, first type solution, which are known as ideal solutions. Ideal solutions obey Raoult's law, that is, vapor pressure of each component is given by the equation partial vapor pressure is equal to mole fraction into vapor pressure in pure state. The total vapor pressure curve for this type with respect to composition is nearly straight line. This type of behavior, this is a type first solution, that is ideal solution. This curve is between vapor pressure and mole fraction. तो mole fraction जैसे जैसे बढ़ता है तो आइडियल सॉल्यूशन के लिए ये वेपर प्रेशर इस तरह से बढ़ता है और स्ट्रेट लाइन हमें मिलती है। तो दिस आर द टाइप फर्स्ट सॉल्यूशन। Examples are ethylene dibromide and propylene dibromide का solution, solution of carbon tetrachloride and cyclohexane, solution of carbon tetrachloride and benzene, solution of benzene and toluene and water and methyl alcohol. These are the first types of solution which obey the Raoult's law. Now, second type of solution. The boiling points of all such ideal solution mixtures are intermediate between those of pure liquid. The boiling point curve with respect to composition is nearly a straight line. अब यहाँ पे बॉइलिंग पॉइंट इस तरह के जो टाइप वस फर्स्ट वाले सॉल्यूशन है इनका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट किस तरह से आएगा, वेपर प्रेशर मोल फ्रैक्शन, बॉइलिंग पॉइंट मोल फ्रैक्शन के साथ यहाँ कम होता जा रहा है और कर्व इस तरह से आ जाएगा। फिर से इसको एक बार पढ़ो। The boiling points of all such mixtures are intermediate between those of pure liquids. So, and the type second solution, non-ideal solution of this type exhibit a large positive deviation from the Raoult's law. The total vapor pressure curve rise to maximum M as shown in the figure. अब की फिगर पे फिर आ जाओ। Second type of solutions shows these types of curve, vapor pressure and mole fraction. तो vapor pressure mole fraction के साथ यहाँ पॉइंट M पे मैक्सिमम पहुंचता है, फिर कम होने लगता है। इसी तरह बॉइलिंग पॉइंट में देख सकते हो। सेकंड टाइप ऑफ सॉल्यूशन में क्या हो रहा है, बॉइलिंग पॉइंट मोल फ्रैक्शन के साथ घट रहा है और एट द पॉइंट M मिनिमम होगा उसके बाद ये बढ़ता है। इस तरह का सॉल्यूशन क्या है, ये लार्ज पॉजिटिव डेविएशन शो करता है फ्रॉम द राउल्ट्स लॉ से। In such solution, the observed vapor pressure is greater than calculated from the Raoult's law. जैसा कि डायग्राम में देखा, these solutions show a minimum in their boiling point curves corresponding to a maximum in their vapor pressure curves. Vapor pressure इनका maximum होता है और boiling point minimum side में जाके fix होता है। Now, yes. Examples of second types of solution, acetone and carbon disulfide, second benzene and ethyl alcohol, third chloroform and ethyl alcohol. Such deviation occurs when the interaction between unlike molecule is weaker than interaction between like molecules. The two constituents of the mixture differ in internal pressure, polarity, length of hydrocarbon chain, or when either of the constituents happen to be associated in the liquid state. Now type third, excuse me. Now type third, non-ideal solution of this type exhibit a large negative deviation from Raoult's law. In such solutions, the observed vapor pressure is less than that calculated from the Raoult's law. The total vapor pressure curve shows a minimum M as shown in 2.5 जो पहले हमने दिखाया था। थर्ड टाइप्स ऑफ सॉल्यूशन, पहले हम वेपर प्रेशर देख लेते हैं। थर्ड टाइप ऑफ वेपर जो सॉल्यूशन है जो निगेटिव डेविएशन शो करता है राउल्ट्स लॉ से, उसका कर्व इस तरह से आएगा। वेपर प्रेशर पहले कम होता है मेल फ्रैक्शन के साथ, पॉइंट M के बाद ये बढ़ता है। टेम्परेचर के केस में क्या हो रहा है, टाइप थर्ड में पहले टेम्परेचर बढ़ता है, एट पॉइंट M के बाद ये कटने लगता है। तो दिस इज द बॉइलिंग पॉइंट। थर्ड टाइप, दोनों डायग्राम देख लिए, दोनों कर्व देख लिए या ग्राफ देख लिया। Non-ideal solution of this type exhibit a large negative deviation from Raoult's law. In such solution, the observed vapor pressure is less than the calculated from the Raoult's law. The total vapor pressure curve shows a minimum M. Such mixture exhibit a maximum corresponding to a minimum in vapor pressure curve. Now examples are chloroform and acetone, pyridine and acetic acid, water and sulfuric acid. Negative deviations occur when interaction between unlike molecules is stronger than interaction between like molecules. Now summary of these discussion. Properties of solution. Relative attractive force A is equal to A is B के बराबर जब होगी तो heat change 0, temperature change none, derivation from Raoult's law none, nature of the solution ideal that is type first यानी A के और B के बीच attraction वो उतना बराबर होगा जितना कि A और B के बीच attraction होगा. Now in type सेकंड ए बी बी में क्या होगा, इनका अट्रैक्शन होगा लेस देन ए बी, देन रिएक्शन इज एंडोथर्मिक या डिसोल्यूशन इज एंडोथर्मिक. टेम्परेचर चेंज डिक्रीज करेगा, पॉजिटिव होगा डेविएशन फ्रॉम राउल्ट्स लॉ से, एंड सॉल्यूशन ऑफ टाइप सेकंड दैट इज नॉन आइडियल टाइप सेकंड सॉल्यूशन. थर्ड केस में नॉन आइडियल टाइप थर्ड सॉल्यूशन, यहाँ पे AB, BB का attraction less than AB, then heat is evolved in this process and temperature increases. Now negative deviation from Raoult's law, and this is the non-ideal type third. तो जो अभी पहले डिस्कस किया उसको ये शार्ट में यहाँ चार्ट में दिखाया गया है, इसको याद करके सारी चीजें और क्लियरली समझ में आएंगी. Now composition of vapor and liquid. This is known as Onnov's rule. Consider a two-component solution in which 3 mole of A and 1 molar B are present. At the boiling point, the vapor pressure pure A is 1.2 atmosphere and the vapor pressure of pure B is 0.40 am. A is more volatile than B. Then the mole fraction of A is equal to moles of A upon total moles. इसी तरह मोल फ्रैक्शन ऑफ B हो जाएगा 0.25, निकाल लिया. नाउ पार्शियल प्रेशर. पार्शियल प्रेशर ऑफ A, PA is equal to XA into PA0. You know, वैल्यूज रखने पे आ जाएगा 0.90 एटमॉस्फेयर. पार्शियल प्रेशर ऑफ बी, एक्स बी इंटू पी बी जीरो आ जाएगा 0.10. द टोटल वेपर प्रेशर कितना हो जाएगा 0.90 प्लस 0.10 इज इक्वल टू 1 एटमॉस्फेयर. The composition of the vapor in equilibrium with this solution can be calculated applying Dalton's law of partial pressure. Let the molar fraction of vapor pressure A, let the molar fraction of vapors A and P be YA and YB respectively. Then YA is equal to PA upon P and YB is equal to PB upon P. This is 0.1. Thus, in case of ideal solution, the vapor phase is richer in the more volatile component, that is the one having relatively greater vapor pressure. In the case of non-ideal solutions, the vapor is relatively richer in the component whose addition to the required mixtures result in an increase of total vapor pressure. This is known as Conoff's rule. Now, relation between Dalton's law and Raoult's law. According to Raoult's law of homogeneous mixture of two volatile components A and B, PA is equal to PA0XA and PB is equal to PB0XB. नाउ टोटल P इज इक्वल टू पी ए प्लस पी बी, दोनों की वैल्यू रखा तो पी ए जीरो एक्स ए प्लस पी बी जीरो एक्स बी, where PA and PB are the vapor pressure of A and B respectively. X and XB are mole fraction of A and B in liquid mixture. PA0 and PB0 are the vapor pressure of pure component A and B respectively. Now, according to Dalton's law, partial pressure of a gas is equal to mole fraction of the gas in vapor into total pressure. That is, Pi is equal to Yi into P and Pb is equal to Yb into P. The total pressure हो जाएगा Pa is equal to Ya into P, where Ya, Yb are the mole fraction of A and B in vapor. PA, PB are the partial pressure of A and B, and P is total pressure. Now equating equation 1 with 4 and 2 with 3, we get PA0XA is equal to PA into P and P0B XB is equal to YB into Z. दोनों को इक्वेटिंग कर, दोनों इक्वेशन 1 and 4 जो अभी देखा था उनको हमने इक्वल किया, तो ये रिक्वायर्ड रिलेशनशिप हमें इन दोनों के बीच इस तरह से मिलती है. Now, theory of fractional distillation. The process of separation of one liquid from another liquid in from binary mixture having different boiling points by distillation is termed fractional distillation. This information whether a particular solution of two liquids can be separated by distillation or not is provided by the study of liquid vapor equilibrium diagram at constant pressure, say atmospheric pressure. The separation is possible only when the vapor pressure has a composition different from that of the boiling liquid mixture. Now, liquid pairs of type first, that is ideal solutions. The boiling temperature composition curve for the liquid and vapor phase in the case of binary solution of first type or ideal solution are given here like this. Graph between composition of the solution and boiling points. तो इन जो boiling points composition A से B तक के में यहाँ पे टेम्परेचर टी ए से डिक्रीज करता जा रहा है आइडियल सॉल्यूशन में टी बी तक, लिक्विड स्टेट में ज़्यादा नीचे जा रहा है और वेपर स्टेट में इस तरह से जा रहा है इसका. अब यहाँ ये पॉइंट ए वाई, दिस इज द एक्स, दिस इज द वाई एंड दिस इज द x1, दिस इज द z1. यहाँ पे क्या है, बी 0% एंड ए 10% है. जैसे जैसे डिसोल्यूशन किया जा रहा है, मिक्सचर बनाया जा रहा है, आइडियल सोल्यूशन बन रहा है, तो बी 100% और ए 0% हो गया. दिस इज द लिक्विड वेपर इक्विलिब्रियम डायग्राम ऑफ सोल्यूशन टाइप फर्स्ट. नाउ in the initial vapors are condensed, the solution obtained will have the composition x1 and boils at temperature Tz, जैसा देखा भी फिगर में जो ग्राफ में. Eventually the distillate is richer in B than before. If the process of condensation and redistilling is continued, the final distillate will be pure B. In the distillation process जब हम कर रहे हैं तो धीरे धीरे कैसे जो इसका कंपोजिशन है ये चेंज हो रहा है. 100% था पहले बी, फिर ये 0%, फिर यहाँ पोजीशन एक्स आई, वाई, फिर एक्स, फिर y1 एंड देन z1 एंड फाइनली बी 100% डिस्टिल्ड हो गया. यहाँ पे ए अलग हो जाता है पी से, जिस जो दोनों मिक्सचर को सेपरेट करने का जो सिस्टम होता है ये फ्रैक्शनल डिस्टिलेशन होता है. After seeing the curve of these types of solutions, we conclude that the two liquids forming a solution of type first can be separated by fractional distillation. Solution of type second, that is positive deviation from Raoult's law. The boiling temperature composition curve of the liquid and vapor phase have been shown by the solution of type second. इसका कर्व इस तरह से आ रहा है. एट द पॉइंट सी दोनों ही जो लिक्विड है वो यहाँ पे मीट कर रहे हैं. ये सारा डायग्राम देखने के बाद आ सकते हो कि कर्व मीट एट ए मिनिमम पॉइंट सी where the liquid and vapor phase have the same composition. The liquid mixture at point C will boil at constant temperature T without undergoing any change in composition. Such a mixture which boils at constant temperature and distills over completely at the same temperature without any change in composition is called constant boiling mixture or azeotropic mixtures. Some azeotropic mixtures are water and ethanol. Composition of azeotropes इसमें 95.97 एथेनॉल होगा और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट एट ए प्रेशर 1 एटमॉस्फेयर हो जाएगा 78.15. These are the azeotropic mixtures. Pyridine and water, composition of azeotropes इसमें 57% pyridine and rest is water. Boiling point हो जाएगा 92.6 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. मिक्सचर का बॉइलिंग पॉइंट है ये. एथेनॉल बेंजीन 32.40 कंपोजिशन हो जाएगा इसमें एथेनॉल का और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 67.8 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. एसिटिक एसिड टालोइन मिक्सचर, कंपोजिशन ऑफ एजियोटॉप्स 28 एसिटिक एसिड का परसेंटेज एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 100.54 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड. Now solutions of type third, negative deviations from Raoult's law. The boiling temperature composition curve for the liquid and vapor phase have been shown. Two phases met at point C. These types of diagram, boiling temperature composition curve in binary solution of type third. Curve meet at point C. At this point, both liquid and vapor pressure have same composition. The constant boiling mixture has maximum boiling point. पहले दूसरे के सेकंड टाइप में क्या था, मैक्सिमम बॉइलिंग पॉइंट जो है ये मिनिमम था और यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है ये maximum. It is never possible to separate a mixture completely into the pure components A and B. It mainly gives a constant boiling mixture which can never be separated by distillation. There are several liquid pairs which form maximum boiling points azeotropes. Some examples are here. Nitric acid and water, composition of azeotropes is in this 68% nitric acid and boiling points of the mixture 120.5 125.5 degrees centigrade. Acetic acid and pyridine, in acetic acid and pyridine mixture 65% of pyridine and boiling point of the mixture is 139.0 degrees centigrade. Chloroform and acetone 80% chloroform, boiling point 65 degrees centigrade. In hydrogen chloride and water 79.8% water and boiling point is 108.6 degrees centigrade. Now solutions of solid in liquid. Solution of these types are most common. ये चीज तो हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. Saturated solution, the amount of solute dissolved solubility is also discussed. When a solid is, फिर से हम एक बार इसको देखेंगे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है देखने में. Solutions of solids in liquids. Solutions of these types are common. Solutions of solids in liquid are liquid. The liquid is invariably referred to as a solvent and the solid dissolved in it as solute. If a solute is added in a small amount at a time to given amount of a solvent at a constant temperature, with vigorous stirring of the solvent after each stage, a stage is reached when the added solute no more disappears, goes into solution but remains undissolved. The solution is then set to saturated. ये पहले भी हम बता चुके हैं. A solution which remains in contact with undissolved solute is termed as solute, saturated. It can also be defined as one which is in equilibrium with the excess of solid at particular temperature. Now the amount of solute dissolved in 100 gram of solvent to form a saturated solution at a given temperature is termed the solubility of the solute in the given solvent at that temperature. Each substance has a characteristic solubility in a given solvent at a different temperature. Now, when a solid is added to the solvent, the particles form the solid diffuse into it. The solute and solvent molecules more constantly in the solution phase. Some of the particles of the solute returns to the solid state due to collision. Thus, two opposite processes operate simultaneously. First is dissolution. Particles of solute leaving the solid and dissolving in the solvent. Second is recrystallization. Solute particles returning to the solid form. This is known as recrystallization. When these two phases move with same speed and equilibrium state is reached, solute टू सॉल्यूट डिजॉल्व, ये सॉलिड है और ये डिजॉल्व हो गया जब ये इक्विलिब्रियम में आ जाता है. इस तरह से इसको रिप्रेजेंट करेंगे. Thus, a dynamic equilibrium exists in a saturated solution. When a saturated solution prepared at a higher temperature is cooled, it gives a solution. When a saturated solution prepared at a higher temperature is cooled, it gives a solution which contains usually more of solute than required for the saturated solution at that temperature. Such a solution is referred to as supersaturated solution. It is usually unstable and changes to saturated solution when excess of solute comes out in solid state. Now the following factor influence the solubility of a solute in a liquid. First, nature of solute, nature of solvent and temperature. First we discuss nature of solute. The solutes or solid can be classified as ionic and non-ionic solids. The ionic solid consists of positively and negatively charged ions. It is the force of attraction between the ions, that is lattice energy, which oppose the tendency of a solute to dissolve. Thus, force of attraction is different in different ionic solids depending on the charge present on the ions and distance between ions. The ionic solutes having high lattice energy like barium sulfate are less soluble, while those having less lattice energy have more solubility. Thus, ions are solvated by the solvent molecules, and in this process, energy, which is known as hydration energy, is released. When the hydration energy is high, the ionic solute is more soluble. Many non-ionic substances dissolve in polar solvents due to hydrogen bonding. Generally, if the solute and the solvent have similar characteristic, that is both polar or both non-polar, the solubility is high, and if both are dissimilar, the solubility is found low. Now, second is the nature of solvent. The ionic solid dissolve to a larger extent in a solvent having a high dielectric constant as compared to solvent of low dielectric constant. Now, dielectric constant of water is 80, while that of methyl alcohol is 33.5, and ionic solid therefore dissolve more readily. An ionic solid therefore dissolves more readily in water than in methyl alcohol. Benzene has a very low dielectric constant of 2.3, and hence ionic solids do not dissolve in benzene. For non-ionic solids, the guiding principle is like dissolves like. If the solvent is polar, it will dissolve the polar solutes, and if the non-polar, it will dissolve the non-polar solute in it. Now, temperature. The solubility of the solute in a given solvent varies appreciably with temperature. A few curves drawn between solubility in water and temperature are given here. इसको देख सकते हो. It is observed that the solubility of NaCl increase slightly with an increase in temperature, whereas those of KNO3, NaNO3, AgNO3, K3, etc. increase greatly. इस तरह से इस डायग्राम में टेम्परेचर इन डिग्री सेल्सियस एंड सॉल्युबिलिटी, तो टेम्परेचर बढ़ने के साथ सब देख रहे हो सबके अलग अलग ट्रेंड है। AgNO3 की तेज़ी से सॉल्युबिलिटी बढ़ गई, KI की इस तरह से जा रहा है। इसी तरह कैल्शियम हाइड्रेटेड कैल्शियम हाइड्रोक्साइड की सॉल्युबिलिटी बीच में जो है इस तरह कर्व आ रहा है, यानी सॉल्युबिलिटी पहले तो एक बढ़ती है, उसके बाद थोड़ा सा इनमें रिस्ट्रिक्शन आता है, फिर कॉन्स्टेंटली इस तरह से बढ़ती है। तो ये सारे अलग अलग के सबके डायग्राम दिखाए हुए हैं, इसको देख सकते हो केयरफुली। And we calculate a sharp break in a solubility curve indicate the formation of a compound whose solubility is different from that of the substance from which it has been formed, as in case of sodium sulfate. It loses its water of crystallization at 32.3 degree centigrade. There are few substances like calcium acetate, calcium sulfate, calcium chromate which show a decrease in solubility with rise in temperature. Generally, solubility depends on the heat of solution. If a substance dissolves with absorption of heat, the solubility increase with rise of temperature. On the other hand, if a substance dissolves with evolution of heat, the solubility decrease with rise of temperature. Now, determination of solubility. The solubility of salt is generally determined by gravimetric method. First of all, a saturated solution is prepared. Some part of this saturated solution is weighed out in a porcelain disc. The solution is evaporated slowly to dryness on a sand bath. The dish is cooled and weighed again. The observations are recorded as follows. Now, in mass of empty dish is W gram, mass of dish plus solution W1 gram, mass of solution is equal to W1 minus W gram, mass of dish plus residue is W2 gram. Now, mass of residue is W2 minus W gram, X gram, and mass of solvent is equal to mass of solution mass of minus mass of residue. ये ले लेते हैं हम y gram. Now the solubility of salt is equal to x upon y into 100 gram per 100 gram of solvent. See the simple example. 50 gram of a saturated aqueous solution of potassium chloride at 300 degrees centigrade was evaporated to dryness when 13.2 gram of dry KCl was obtained. Calculate the solubility of KCl in water. तो मास ऑफ वाटर इन सोल्यूशन इस तरह से निकलेगा, द सॉल्युबिलिटी ऑफ KCl हो जाएगा इस तरह से. तो these are the some important point of the chapter solution, Raoult's law and types of solution. ये सारी चीज़ें हमने आज के क्लास में डिस्कस की हैं. इससे रिलेटेड जो भी न्यूमेरिकल्स हैं वो बाद में हम सेपरेट अलग एक वीडियो में डिस्कस करेंगे. अब अगले क्लास में हमको डिस्कस करना है क्वालिटेटिव प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ द सॉल्यूशंस.